Good morning, class 10. How are you guys doing? I guess you all are doing great and fine. My voice is a bit low today. There's been a lot of videos from the morning. This is my 13th video, and next one will be the 14th one. So it drains me out actually. So, no issues. So, I keep on going, and unless and until my job is done, I don't leave it. So, it's great to be back, and I just wanted to ask you that what is this teasing thing all about? Why do we tease? Why do we want to show that we are smarter than people? Why do we want to hurt anybody else's feelings? Why do we try to be boss around? Why do we try to dominate? Dominate through your work. Dominate through the way you do it. If you are running, just don't tease anybody. Say that what the hell you can't run with me. First, win and show it. Dominate a person by showing your attitude in performance. What is this teasing thing all about? Is it to show that someone is trying to be smart, or they show how smart they are, or they tease to express their uneasiness with the differences, or to seek power over someone else who seems different? The people who tease, I think they suffer from an inferiority complex, or rather they think they feel vulnerable or powerless in front of that person. Defensive mechanism, can become very aggressive as well. Children do it to each other. I've seen it. Teasing can lead to a bullying situation. In fact, teasing is really steps away from bullying. If the behavior continues and it becomes hurtful, sometimes when people are in a fun mood, they let themselves go and tease someone else. That depends, right? What is the purpose of teasing? Verbal bullying or taunting. That is the purpose, right? To distract, disturb, offend, sadden, anger, bother, irritate, or annoy the recipient. Because it is hurtful. It is different from joking. I hate teasing. And is generally accompanied by some degree of social rejection. Sorry for my pronunciation. I get jumbled up sometimes. It's not that I don't know my pronunciation. I know my pronunciation very well. Accompanied by some degree of social rejection. The diversity is not there. Why is this so mean? Don't we say you're so mean? Mean kids, I'll go home and tell my mother will say, oh, don't worry, at their house they are not happy. They are not adequate, or don't have enough friends, or because they lack some empathy. Because they want to be popular. Right? So we'll come back to this place. This chapter which we are going to do today in English is about this 100 Dresses Part 1. I guess it's written by Elsa or Esther. And this is about a very touching story, as it is a sensitive account of how a poor young girl is judged by her classmates. Who the hell are they to judge me? Wanda Petronsky, a Polish young girl who goes to school with other American children in an American town. America is full of this. Even in India it happens. Ragging, I hate that. I'll tell you an incident. Uh, I had joined college when I came back from my hostel life. I wanted to join college in Bengal, so I had completed my ICSE in Sherwood. I passed out in 91, 90, 90 I guess, yes, 90. I came back and I wanted to do my graduation here in Bengal. I wanted to stay close to my family, but again, I wanted to join the forces, and I joined it. I had many raggings happened in life earlier, but I was affected with this. I had an injury on my back while swimming in the sea, and the wave had picked me up and dropped me, and I had this cervical vein, a nerve and a vein got cut. The vein did not get cut; I would have died of bleeding, but the nerve had got a rupture in it, and it was taking time. I was partly paralyzed on my right side, and I had joined, and this when I joined, I had that limp of limping, and everyone knew me, who my father was, who my family is. Everyone knows me in my hometown. So we are quite renowned people, so people don't mess with us. But I don't know what happened to this guy. He started messing with me, and I had that young, hot blood attitude at that time, and I don't take shit from no one. So what happened was, I came into the college first day, and I went, and this guy said, you have to sing, do that, do that. Suddenly one boy called me in the local language lame, langda, which they say. And that really put me off. And I don't take anything from anybody. So why should I listen to anybody as long as it's got nothing to do with me? So you have to take a stand in life. It's not that you feel scared and just go back and keep on digesting what's happening. But Vanda here, I think she's really faced quite a lot of things. Children face it in school. I have seen it happening in your class also. I have seen it happening. There are some issues which while in grammar class I have faced, dominating someone or telling them to keep shut. And the other one who's just quietly just calms down, doesn't want to go against that power, or something might happen later, that's quite of a teasing. Now, the other children see Vanda as an innocent girl who has to tolerate insults from her friends because she is a poor girl who cannot afford to come to school in variety dresses like the other girls of her class. Her friends Peggy and Maddie often made fun of her poverty. In order to counter the taunts and sarcastic remarks, she had often told them that she had 100 dresses in her closet, which made them more sarcastic. Vanda won a painting contest in which she displayed 100 dresses, all in different colors and designs, which won the heart of the judges. That contest and the beautiful drawings of those dresses made her classmate regret for making fun of such a creative girl. This is all about it. So I'll read the story later. But I want to discuss is that why do we do such things? Why do we go ahead and tease people? I wear the same t-shirt. You see me every day wearing the same t-shirt. For 1 week you will see me wearing the same t-shirt. I don't change my t-shirts because I don't want to wash. I don't want to work so much. I've already got so much on my plate to work, and I don't want to do that extra thing. I wear one t-shirt. I don't go out anywhere for 1 week. It keeps me in that mood, that okay, this t-shirt is this week, I am on this level. The other t-shirt is on that week, I am going to be out on that level. That doesn't mean I'm poor, and someone doesn't come and tell me that you are poor, you wear one t-shirt every day, same thing. Oh, I'll give my type of answer. You have to be tough in life. But sometimes children do become demoralized, and they get that, that psychic thing happens to them. You have to be counseled for it, which damages their brain. You are not authorized to spoil someone else's brain. You can't. And people make fun with names. They try to call a lot of names. Some children be quiet and keep quiet, but some react. Now, she was a very quiet and shy girl. In my childhood also, I was very shy. My mother used to tell me I was very shy from girls. I used to never go next to girls. I used to never. My favorite was puchkas. Standing on the road and eating puchkas, getting dirty, nostrils draining out with that chili hot, and then wash your hands there, and then again want to eat after some time. 1 rupee, 10 puchkas at my time. Sorry, 13 puchkas. Then it came to 10 paisa each. One puchka, 1 rupee, 10 puchka. So at my time, my hair time, 1 rupee, 13 puchkas I've had. So even if when it was 10 rupee, when it was 10 for 1 rupee, so just imagine 5 rupees, 50 puchkas dead. Taste was better, sizes were big, people were good, and the sourness of the tamarind was also good. So I used to hate going to a stall and standing there and eating, people looking at me. I used to feel shy. Mostly girls used to be there. And I used to eat, and suppose someone is standing, you think what they are thinking about you. That guy is eating so long, he's wasting our time. Why doesn't he finish fast? So I used to get very paranoid. That was my only scare. I couldn't eat in dhabas. I couldn't eat in restaurants. I couldn't eat in hotels or wherever I used to go with my parents. I used to feel shy, marriage parties or anything. I couldn't eat. I used to feel that obnoxious, that activity of people watching me. Then my mother gave me the kick. She said, you have to get out from this place and you have to go and learn what is to be when people have to see you. I am still outside. People are seeing me and I don't care anymore. I don't care what I look, am I looking good or not, but I do have that issue still. If someone is watching me, why are they watching me? I hope I am okay, fine. When someone stares at me, I get into that phobia type of thing. Well, that's my only fault or my backdrop which I have in my life. But people don't get to bully me. I don't get bullied. And I hate anyone getting, if I see anyone being bullied, I stop there and give my peace of mind. I'm always there. I'll come back in the next video.